So the point is, if Granger and Harriet is still available, it's gonna be the old meta for sure, because that's the strongest gold laner right now. I mean, the traditional gold laner is only Granger and Harriet. If they both win, I think we're starting to shift into the fighter gold lane. And Farsha, it's just a comfort heroes for ONIC, man. Farsha Suns.
Nice call, Arashi. You mentioned the Uranus earlier on.
Did make a bit of sense, but now this is concerning for Alter Ego. Remember, when we see other teams bring out the old meta with the DPS backliners, they have a lot of protection. Now for Alter Ego, it's a Hayabusa, it's a Yuzong. There's not a lot of tools here available to protect the Granger and Kimi from a Farsa, from a Lancelot and Harith. There's a lot of dive available from ONIC to really zone out the backline.
I'm afraid they might have to go for something a little bit more passive for Alec. Are we thinking the Hylos here?
Yeah, I think Hylos is the best pick, but if they want to go crazy, maybe a Cho.
Wow. Or double down on the aggression?
Yeah, double down on the aggression. It's Alter Ego, man. Oh, and or the Hallo. Or the Hallo. Yeah, that works.
Great call.
Okay. It looks like the composition has
etched their names into the history books. One last ride for family, yet for the Sky Kings, another rebellion to quell. It's ONIC against Alter Ego in Game 1 of our grand finals. Just take a look at the Clash of Eras, Youngblood against veteran Lutpi. By the way, this guy I want to highlight has been stepping up huge for ONIC in the playoffs, but for Nino as well. This guy was doubted, especially with the Yuzongna that is picked up. He would usually be seen as a, mid Yuzong player, but he has been proven to be the player who steps up. Alec flickers away.
Early aggression from Alter Ego. The double down called by Coach Aulo. Now it's going to be Yazuke with a quad shadow in. Can't go for the retribution just yet, actually wins it out there. The 50-50 won out by Yazuke. The early aggression onto KeyBoy from Alec.
Very signature pick from KeyBoy, especially with the Croc. And now we move our eyes onto the jungle matchup. Kyrie against Yazuke. For Kyrie, this is him trying to hold his throne. Alec pressured.
No flicker, first blood to Gila Sans.
That's the guy you want with the kill. With the Farsa, he is going to snowball. A comfortable pick for him as well. Goes in for the tough boots, obviously, or rather Warriors boots, excuse me, to get less pressure from the Hayabusa and the Khalid as well.
Whoa.
Very, very strong prio, and Kyrie hits level 4 while counter jungling.
Yep. Is able to pick up the XP crab as well. Giving it over to Lutpi to insert level 4. Good quad shadow from Yazuke. The early start on the item shadow kill. KeyBoy flickering a bit too late. Cannot enter the buffer period of the shadow kill. And it's Alter Ego leveling things on the board.
That's a kill and a flicker. Preparation for the turtle. As Alec with the mid prio again, just pushing Sans back. Kyrie comes in to rescue Sans. I know you talk about Yazuke with the Hayabusa. In the last meeting they had, he picked up a triple kill. Picked up the pieces of a broken Alter Ego. Now Lutpi under attack.
Has to flicker, but has to be perfect with it. Is able to pop into consecration. The time as KeyBoy pops in the wall. That's Yazuke. Smashed down for the airstrike flicker from Sans. It's a kill over as Alec jumps in. Sans trying to evade the Black Dragon. Does not have the flicker. Nino will dive in, but will lose his life as well. It's 2 for 1. Kai on the turtle. Only now does Yazuke spawns back in the game.
That has to be value for ONIC because they have dibs now on the turtle. They're going to have prio on this objective and they're going to get it scot-free. Meanwhile, Yazuke will go back to the purple buff. I'm not quite sure if KeyBoy wants to pressure that as Alex is able to shadow for him. At least Yazuke can go back to farming ways. And now you see ONIC with the early pressure that they're able to bring. We talk about the Granger maybe now. The hands of Alter Ego. Yes, they do have a scaling composition. The Sans!
Shadow kill on the quad shadow, landing 2. It will just be the basic attack. 2 deaths on Gila Sans.
Shadow kill. Secures that kill towards Sans. This guy with the Farsa, sure, very elusive, very sly. But then you have Yazuke, the guy lurking in the shadows with the Hayabusa. You are for sure to respect him. You have to respect him. Lutpi though down bottom, he's gonna cut the wave. And then, back to my point, Alter Ego with their scaling composition, obviously with the Kimi and the Granger, is going to be a pest for Alter Ego to, or rather for ONIC, to deal with in the late game. So that comes down to Kyrie. If he can get the execution down in the backline, if he can get that dive, that's going to be good. But then you have Nino with the Yuzong, always ready to split up the formation for ONIC when it comes to the dive composition. Time predictions by Gope. It's all in favor for ONIC.
Phantom execution. Nino holding in the Black Dragon form, and Lutpi gets the last bit of damage to take him down under turret, shoving the wave as well, trying to punish him as much as possible. Yasuke, let him quad shadow, and again, it's the shadow kill through the flicker. Another flicker burnt out Farsa. Sans will try to pick up as much gold as possible in the bottom lane as Alec walks up. Raging Sandstorm, a bit more damage. This could actually be threatening for Alec. But he gets away. Traction pulse on Uranus.
And I think it's gonna eat it up, and Hijume gets the damage reflection.
Ooh, that was not worth Hijume. Unless they can get a dive here.
What a dive.
Petrify ready. The Black Dragon form as well. Sans has Flicker, but they clear out the wave as Kai joins in bot. Make sure that his teammates are gonna get a safe recall.
That's gonna be A-OK. Alter Ego, they're able to pick up scraps of trades. Sure, Yazuke is on 3 kills, and those kills are onto Keyboy, but it'll be mounting up fast.
That's everything thrown at Ludpi. Kai with a puncture, now Thorn Rose as well. Able to get back with a puncture into the wave in mid. Alter Ego with the advantage. Alec zoning Skylar in the back. That's gonna be the Black Dragon form used up as well. Yazuke picks up the turtle. Kai with the Thorn Rose. Gets away. Raging Sandstorm Flicker to get out. That's a wall. Alec will fall to Kai.
Very good wall from Keyboy to stop Alec from riding in his sand. But at least Alter Ego are still maintaining that gold lead with that turtle as well in the hands of Yazuke. Honest prediction by GoFace, 61% favoring ONIC. And now Traction Pulse.
Oh,
Irie.
Miss puncture, but he stays strong. Band of execution. Yazuke!
What?
With the help of Hijume. Now he's on a killing spree, but ONIC, they retaliate. They go straight for the turret up top. They will punish.
It's a value kill. That is a statement from Yazuke. Alec, do they want to collapse here? Hijume is close by in the neighborhood.
Tech charge ready. Gold crab taken by Skylar, I believe there. Purple buff threatened by Yazuke as Sans tries to make it back. Does have the flicker as Alec walks up as well. Ludpi joining in. That's going to be the retribution to take the purple buff away. And Ludpi disengages.
And ONIC are pressured by Alter Egos. Chaos early game. Again, Yazuke 4-1. You would argue ONIC get trades around the map. The kills, the pickoffs, even the turret up top and the turtle as well earlier on. But then you see Yazuke with a 4-kill lead. That's the guy you want to have the lead. That's the guy you want to have the max gold. And he confidently 1v1s Kyrie down in his own turret. That's a very strong push. And down bottom, Kyrie might be collapsed on.
Watch Shadow lands. Oh, the Phantom Execution was mistimed. Thorn Rose gets him out. Sans knows there's no quad shadow, but an instant Black Dragon form gets used up. Gonna go for the dive onto Sans on the turret. That's a good stun over. Petrify the Furious Dive as Nino takes the kill. But now he's stuck in no man's land. Up against 2. Gets the DOT. Gets a little bit more sustained. Kai with the damage. Again with the Thorn Rose. It's Nino for the price of Sans. Skylar up top. Threatened by Alec and Arfi for the turret. He is gonna dash in forward. Has to purify. Pops in some on force. Gets gunned down a bit, but has enough sustain. But he will have to give Yazuke.
Okay.
Watch Shadow doesn't land. Shadow kill will! Mega kill for the rookie.
Shadow Prodigy again with the Hayabusa. Finds so much value in isolating ONIC when it comes down to cleanup duty. And obviously now they have man advantage inside of the objective for the turtle as well. Now Alec and Arfi will collapse onto this. Keyboy, he will have that flank charge ready, but Alec in the back will try to zone out Sans.
That's a retreat from Kai, getting it. It was a bit off as Raging Sandstorm was used up by Alec, but Sans was able to evade from it. It's just a clean neutral objective take as they get a structured 2 Alter Ego. Despite the technically giveaway for the turtle, they still get a trade, and Alec walks out.
Gonna be fine, Yazuke. Final kill!
Onto the back, it's gonna be Skylar who gets taken out. Arfi taken low, but Kai misses a puncture.
Man, ONIC, what is happening with them? Warm hands, I suppose, but Alter Ego are not stopping the pressure. You can Yazuke just going at it all around. Again, finding so much value with the Hayabusa. Alec 1v1 with Kyrie.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to commit.
Don't think so. Yeah. Raging Sandstorm away. It's just all about delaying Kai. Even though it's a split second, right? That gives Yazuke more time to play with the tempo that he has on the map. Hijume, he's doing a lot this game.
Yep.
Yes, he doesn't have that many kills, and yes, he's not building the classic Sky Piercer, but the traction pulse is the baits out for Kai. That was what enabled Yazuke to get in.
Zone out. And this is without RP too. We haven't really seen RP participate in the team fight. And the Granger is scaling as time goes on. That's Yazuke absorbing all the spotlight to himself. 6-1. And even RP this time around, still yet to do the heavy lifting. Ooh. Destruction Pulse again becoming such a nuisance for ONIC to deal with. Lutpi will cut the waves up top. He'll try to push it on towards Nino. And then you would argue, how does ONIC navigate when it becomes a 5v5 team fight? When Alter Ego are clearly scaling, and this man right here can always obliterate your backline. RP on 3 items with the Malefic Roar as well. That's going to be extra damage for the Granger, who yet is able to fire his bullets. Look at him. Ooh. That's Mr. Pastol right there.
Pastol in the building.
Pick Mia right now.
Pick Mia. To satisfy him, but I don't think you'll satisfy your fans if you pick Mia. You know, I think a lot of fans will be very angry. So maybe not. Seal used by Alec, entering the bush, opening it up. Traction Pulse lands on Skylar. A bit more damage with the glowing wand as well.
Let's see. Alter Ego juggling around. And a potential Lord take. They want to have their prio on this. But look at ONIC's wave clear. I think it's pretty good to try to stop the pressure again with Skylar and Sans. As of now, they'll try to hold their horses.
The gold lead, realize.
Yeah.
Throughout the early game of most of our matches in MPL Indonesia, especially the regular season, you win 2 turtles, it's done. This is so close, down the wire.
It is. Gonna maintain it, and that is what ONIC is able to do right now. Charlium Beam connects. Lutpi is eating up damage.
A lot of damage. You gotta be careful. Consecration baited out before the fight. RP is sitting on a Sky Piercer.
Yeah.
Just needs a few stacks to get going.
A few stacks to get the Granger online. Granger danger, as they say. Oh my god, Lutpi. No consecration, but he's gonna be fine. As of now, he's the one soaking up the damage, has the regeneration to go past Alter Ego. Kyrie will go in with the puncture. Nino. Oh, that's scary. Yes, the Petrify too.
Yeah, a bit of a jump scare there for sure, but I think they know that Kai has tough boots. I think the Brute Force breastplate already completed too, so you won't really lock him down for that long.
Yep.
They'll end up having to waste some resources, but they see Lancelot in the bottom lane. That means Sans will have to get position. Wings by wings, already utilized. Immobilization lands on Lutpi as the Lord will be reset. Bottom wave already cleared by Kai.
And Kyle, the waves are pushing, but it's gonna be a freeze down bottom. They're gonna let that happen. Because as of now, Alter Ego are the ones dictating the tempo. They have the tempo shadow kill!
Oh, he translates it over to the Lord. So, no quad shadow. What? That's a wall down. Keyboy tech charge. Sans goes in. They dive on the assassin. Keyboy gets a shutdown now. It's asking the Black Dragon from with the help of Alex. Sans with the flicker out, but Nino follows through. It's a kill over as a traction pulse locks him down. Meanwhile, Lutpi zoning RP in the backline. Kai with a walk up again. Hijume doing a whole lot. Nino!
3-man petrifying against the double kill. Scholar has to run away for his life. Will he survive?
Skylar goes back in. It's Nino with a triple. The beast is having a field day and he wants a maniac. Lutpi, too sustainable, too tanky. 3 for 3 at the end of the day as Lutpi tries to push it forward. RP has Sky Piercer. That does a little damage to Lutpi though.
Kyrie is still in the purple buff. And he won't be able to get it as Yazuke will be the one to secure that. Meanwhile, ONIC, they go for the 3 for 3 trade, but RP is still alive and well. And as of now, it's Nino carrying the entire team fight with the 3-man Petrify. The beast shows up in time. And Alec, he has prio for the vision spot, especially with the Khalid. But ONIC, they want to try to bait Alter Ego into the fight. They want to try to get Alter Ego going into the Lord Pit. E-Boy might try to look for a target, but the Traction Pulse again. It's a very valuable tool for Alter Ego, especially in the hands of the Timmy. RP has the Sea Halberd, so that's going to exert much more anti-regen up towards the Uranus, who, by the way, has been very much pushed down. That's Sally Boy.
The Miracle Boy here as well. We're in the presence of greatness. We got Carl Teasy this earlier. Hey, Unk WCW, who's now a part of the coaching staff, no longer playing professionally. Also here watching his team try to execute his drafts. Immortality pickup for Alec. A slow push down below as well. Now Lutpi taking a half HP.
He is fighting all the bullets, but he's gonna be okay. He's a Uranus after all. He'll regen quite quickly. That's not gonna be a good item. But oh, he's gonna be fine. Traction Pulse again with the pressure that is mounting highly. on ONIC. Alter Ego, they know they have the range advantage, so they're just gonna try to poke around ONIC until they blow their resources out, and then they can go to the jugular. Meanwhile, Alex still on the back line. He is looking for a flank angle. ONIC, they want to try to rush this, but I think Alter Ego needs to respond to this.
Yeah, ONIC want to try to force it as much as they can just because of slow push in the bottom lane. Alex, he had immortality, just bought it. I don't think it's worth to have it pop instantly. To get some healing back. And it is back to the Lord Dance. Man, such a slow game as we got into the double-digit timer. Twilight armor picked up.
Yeah.
And I really like to see it, man. Carl, in the interview just earlier, said that Indonesian players lack discipline, and I'm glad to see the discipline now showing both teams. They're playing through the macro control, through the advantages. Alec, conceal.
Gonna go for the Beijing Sandstorm, doesn't land on anyone.
Oh, that's a big mistake, but there's no punish just now. No lockdown to lock Alec. They need to wait for the resources to be used over to Yazuke, who's in the bush right now, has a position, goes over to quad channel, just a bit of poke over to Kai. Feather airstrike will take Yazuke to half HP. And we're back to the Dons.
Insane. Malefic Roar completed for Kyrie. Damage, damage, and damage is the name of the game when it hits this mid-game to late-game spike as well. Meanwhile, RP gunning down Look-P, trying to push him back. And Alter Ego, for a team known to be so chaotic, they like to play the very, very disciplined position. Is that? Oh, I think it is.
I think it might be.
Go Tesla.
ICEBOY! That's a two-man. Kai with a jump in, but he misses the puncture. Alec holding it in. Traction post landing. ICEBOY still there. Nino doing a lot of damage. And Lutfi walks up. Big moments, but not a big reaction from Alter Ego. They stay composed.
Feels like a bit disconnection. And yes, it is. We get information. That's Joe Taslim. At the siege, though, completed. Shadow Kale.
With the quad shot over to Sans. He gets away right as Mr. Joe shows up. They go for the fight. Feather airstrike as well. RP picking up the first guy. Piercer stack of the game. As Skyler is able to go for some unfortunate. Yes, okay! Walks up and it's a double for RP. Alter Ego take control. Traction pulse and even Sans not given space to recall.
The re-engage from Alter Ego is perfect. Nino goes in for the backline, but RP is free to shoot his bullets. 3 kills. That means 30 stacks of the Sky Piercer. The later the game goes, the worse it gets for ONIC. They lose Lutfi, ICEBOY, and Skyler in the process. This Harriet hasn't been able to play comfortably because of the pressure that Alter Ego is able to mount. Man, Alter Ego dictating the tempo for almost 10 minutes now. And you would argue this is a case of the mortal players, Alter Ego, the normies, the eyes of the Sky Kings. But now, they stand on par, they stand toe-to-toe, and even above them in at least game 1. Item check so far, Ranger full stacks, or rather full items. He has the rose gold for extra protection. Other than that, Twilight armor stacked by ICEBOY too. Heptasis for Alec, extra damage because he knows that he has to assist Arfi in trying to go into the cleanup duty. Alter Ego, they want to try to get a few structures in.
Wow. The instant capitalization. Yazuke! Again forcing the flicker out from Sans. So lethal. Just a small window and he takes it. Even Lutfi disintegrating to the damage of the bullets of Hijumi and RP as Kai jumps into the puncture, going through over to Alec, but Yazuke again. That's able to find 2, but then there's no follow-up. Black Dragon form zones into the back line as ICEBOY's the one isolated. RP picks another Nino with a Petrify on the Furious side. It will lose his life. Raging Sandstorm from Alec.
ONIC holds, but Yazuke is your shadow kill!
Very low, but everybody staying alive. A feathered airstrike just to zone. Alter Ego unable to crack open the far lane, but they have gotten one. Base turret.
The hold is good from ONIC. Nino dive and gets 2. In the process, at least the stun goes in, but Alter Ego are way too hard to follow up. Real-time victory rate for Alter Ego, 88% by Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. ONIC, man, their engagement has been good, but there seems to be a disconnect in which there has no follow-ups been done for ONIC. Traction pulse against Pam to try to give leeway for Alter Ego to make their way onto the backline. But Lutfi, I think, is one of the foundations that's keeping ONIC alive. At least he's the one absorbing all the damage, absorbing all the bullets. And Yasuke, the sheer pressure you have as Alter Ego with this man on the Hayabusa. He doesn't even need the shadow kill to really do damage. With the shurikens, he is insane. Game flagged by Gopay with a total of 4 assists in the game. Kyrie now ranks number 2 all-time jungler in MPL ID with a total of 2,000 assists.
He's going to have to get a lot more assists this game, man, if they want to win it. You saw the AI prediction.
Yeah.
You saw in the past matches how clean Alter Ego can be with a lead like this, and with this Farley in control of the Granger, slow pushing. ONIC are put in a desperate position. Even Sans having wings by wings after getting immobilized in the bush.
Oh, winner crown for Arfi. He sold his boots for, again, extra bit of safety. At least he can prolong his life and then go in for the cleanup. But again, look at the waves pushing in. It's in favor for Alter Ego. Skylar is far away. He has to clear that wave up top. And Alter Ego, they want to blitz this. Look, Pete, getting way too much damage. Off HP from the Lord.
He has to walk up now. He has to soak in damage. Kyrie, can he make a miracle play? No, he cannot. Yasuke pops in the shadow kill. Has Punch out as well. Kai finds immortality, but will lose out his life to the Sky Piercer. He has to get a crown. ICEBOY fails.
Kyrie.
Iconic charge. RP gets the unstoppable. And it's Split P next to ball.
The Sky Kings are running back to their castle. Alec in the back with Hijume gunning down.
Alec with the slash. Now it's just the Prince. Can he defend RP? Forcing out the winner crown, buys the immortality, it's Yasuke who slays the Prince and takes the lead in the best of 7.